Good morning, dear children. Welcome to your next class. Today, this is your science section, and today we are going to start with our first chapter, which is crop production and management. So, in this section, we are going to study about the different modes of nutrition, as we have read already in the previous class, that is autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Then about agriculture, about crop and the different types of crops, their classification on the basis of different purposes. As we all know that all the living organisms on earth are either plants or animals, if we talk in general. And we know that plants have the ability to synthesize their food by their own, whereas animals are dependent upon plants for their food. So on this basis, we can categorize all the living organisms into two major categories, that is autotrophs and heterotrophs. Under the category of autotrophs are the green plants, which can synthesize their food by their own. And all the non-green plants and animals come under the category of heterotrophs. So autotrophs, we have read these two terms already in the previous class. Auto means self and trophs indicates synthesis. So all green plants can prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis. Synthesis in the presence of sunlight, and therefore they are called as autotrophs. And what happens in photosynthesis is all the green plants take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, water from the soil, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, prepare a chemical substance which is glucose, which gets stored in their body and release oxygen in the atmosphere. So here you can see the chemical equation for photosynthesis, which is 6CO2 plus 6H2O in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll will give C6H12O6 plus 6O2. Second category is of heterotrophs, where all the non-green plants and animals are present. These are dependent directly or indirectly on green plants or autotrophs. So the first category under heterotrophs is herbivore. Herbivore term comes from herbs. So these animals are dependent on plants directly. They eat or feed on plants. Carnivores are those animals which depend or feed on the flesh of other animals. Omnivores are those animals which eat both plant and animals, like us, like humans. And the last category is of decomposers. They decompose the dead and decaying organic matter of plants and animals. They decompose the dead bodies of plants and animals and convert them into simple forms which is absorbed by soil. As we know that all living organisms need food for their survival. Food provides them the energy required for carrying out various life processes. The early humans were hunters and gatherers. Gradually, they learned to cultivate lands in order to grow crops. It helped them feed the growing population throughout the year. So, the practice of cultivating the land and growing plants over it is called agriculture. Agri means field, while culture means cultivation. To meet the food demands of a large population, we need to grow plants on a large scale. So, when the plants which are of same type, they are grown in a particular area in large quantities for food, clothing, medicine, or for other different purposes, they are called as crops. We have seen what are crops. Now we'll see that these crops are divided into different types or classified into different groups on different bases. The first reason for categorizing them is on the basis of growing season. And under this category are two crops. The first one is the Kharif crop. The example for Kharif crops are maize and rice. And the second one is Rabi crops, which have wheat and mustard. The second purpose or the basis of classification of the crops is the purpose of cultivation, and on this basis they are categorized as food crops and cash crops. Food crops like cereals, pulses, fruits, etc., and cash crops like cotton, tobacco, tea, etc. Now the other category includes annuals, biennials, and perennials, and these are categorized on the basis of their lifespan. The example for annuals are wheat and rice, for biennials beetroot and carrot, and for perennials mango and apple. Now we will move on to our first category of crops, which is Kharif and Rabi crops. This category is on the basis of their growing season. The Kharif crops are grown at the beginning of rainy season, which is June to July, and these are harvested in the autumn season, that is September or October. The example for Kharif crops are rice, maize, soyabean, groundnut, cotton, jute, millets, that is jowar and bajra. The next is the Rabi crops. These crops are grown at the beginning of winter season, that is October to December, and these are harvested in the spring season, which is March or April. The example for Rabi crops are wheat, barley, oat, pea, gram, mustard, etc. Our second category of crops is on the basis of purpose of cultivation. And under this category comes the food crops and the cash crops. The food crops are the crops that are grown for obtaining food, like cereals, pulses, fruits, and vegetables. Whereas the cash crops are grown for their commercial value. These are grown to earn profits, like cotton, tobacco, sugarcane, tea, coffee, jute, teak, rubber, etc. The other category of classification of crops is on the basis of their lifespan. Now what is lifespan mean? Lifespan means that the plants are going to complete their life cycle within one growing season, two growing season, or more than two growing season. Now mark it that growing season means number of years. So annuals, first category is the annuals. Now these crops complete their life cycle in one growing season, or we can say that they complete their life cycle in 1 year. And the example for annuals are wheat, rice, maize, and as you can see in the picture, it is pea. Now what are biennials? Biennials. If we split the name biennial into two, we will see that it gets separated into two, bi, bi, and ennials. Bi means two, means the plants or the crops which complete their life cycle into two consecutive growing seasons or two consecutive years, they are called biennials. In the first year, they develop their vegetative parts and grow, while in the second year, they produce their reproductive parts. The example for biennials are turnip, beetroot, carrot, etc. And the last category is of perennials. Perennials means these plants continue to grow for several years before producing flowers and seeds. And these are very common. You can see them near you, around you, like mango tree, banana, apple, neem, etc.